Most buyers spend weeks choosing the right house, days going back and forth on the price, hours picking a lender. But there's one choice in this transaction that has more impact on how smoothly you close than almost any of those. And most buyers, they don't even know they're making it.
Who handles their title?
And most of them don't realize it's their choice.
The person sitting next to me has been at 57 closing tables in the last 12 months. More time at closing tables in a single year than most buyers will have in their entire life. So when they tell you there are things about your closing that nobody's explaining clearly, that's not a theory, that's 57 transactions talking. Today, we're gonna break down what closing costs actually are, who controls each piece, and how to walk into that room knowing exactly what you're signing. Here's the thing about closings in Tennessee, and honestly in most states, that almost nobody explains to buyers up front. Your lender is going to refer you to a title company. Your bank might have one in-house. Your agent might have a preference, but none of them can make that decision for you. That's your call, and it matters.
Hell yeah, it does.
Chris, in your experience, how often does a buyer know they can choose their own title company?
Honestly, I don't think very often. Sometimes they don't even know if they could pick their own lender.
That's true too. Or sellers, they don't know, attorneys, anything like that. So Chris, do you remember our very first transaction a million years ago?
A million, 8, same thing. No, I don't think I do. I do remember those starting out brand new, wet behind the ears, not knowing a thing about real estate or closing or title, believing in me and giving me a shot.
Yeah, I remember that. You showed up every day. You were one of the agents that you were always in your cubicle because we shared a space and we were both in cubicles, and you just grinded. You were always on the phone. You were always a big personality. You never gave up. And I never, not that I haven't seen anyone work that hard, but at the time when I was starting in the industry myself, I hadn't seen anyone grind that way, and you didn't give up. And I thought that was really commendable. Like, agents to do cold calling like that, people didn't want to do it. And people talked bad about it, and you showed up and did it, and you made it into something that people cannot do. Am I wrong? Like, you could teach this stuff, or you probably do teach this stuff now at KW.
I teach it. I think honestly, they told me that's my job, and so I just did my job, and it's crazy that most people in this industry don't do their job.
Not everybody's built the same. Oh, that's for sure.
So I'm Chris Ball, founder of Chris Ball Properties, powered by Keller Williams Realty. Been in the business 8 years. We've closed over 300 transactions and closed over $125 million in volume. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. In 8 years.
I know. I mean, my first year, I did 5. Then my second year, I doubled. Then my third year, I doubled.
It feels like forever ago too. We've gone through a lot in this industry. We started right before COVID. I worked at a title company that was growing, and he didn't want to hire. And so there was like 13 of us and 500 transactions coming in. It was rough. We got it done though. And I think there was fear of hiring though, like as an owner now, I understand that. Like, you're scared to hire because you don't know if it's going to continue to do that, and you're going to have to fire them later.
Yeah.
If it was just like a little bust of a bubble. So I get it now. At the time, I didn't get it. There was a lot of tears shed.
It's crazy how we went from working in a job to becoming business owners. I own a real estate business. You own a title company. Same, but also different.
Yeah, I never thought when I started in this industry and I met everybody that this is where I would be. But it's cool to see, not only have I grown in the industry and made relationships, but my relationships have grown, and we've done this together. Mm-hmm. And that's the cool part. And we're gonna continue to do this, and we'll be here. We'll be the old people. I've done this for 30 years.
I'll be that Yeti when he takes off his shirt. Looks like he's got a white sweater on. That's true.
It was gonna take us serious. So when we receive your contract, I shoot it over to our orders email. From there, it gets opened, so meaning our file get open, and then from there we run a title search. So the abstractor gets assigned, the underwriter gets assigned, and then everything gets opened up so that we can run a quality control. Once quality control is done, we reach out to the seller and the buyer. If we already don't have that contact information, we reach out to the real estate agents. We also want to be very aware if you guys need to send us earnest money as the buyer. We see that during quality control so that we can get you wiring information. We're also going to be rolling out, and I'm not supposed to be talking about it, but an earnest money link that's a lot easier, and an ACH link so that you don't have to send us a hard wire. And my business partner, we call it Baby Frankenstein, so I'm not going to say what the name actually is, but it's going to be really cool to roll that out.
Baby Frankenstein.
Baby Frankenstein, because it's a monster. It's a beast, but it does so many cool things for us that's going to benefit the buyer. So we're excited for
awesome.
that. How many times have I saved a deal for you?
Never. Not even one. More times than I can remember. There's, like I said, there's always hiccups. There's always
Chickens.
things that happen. And I know that I can call you and ask you and you'll figure it out or come up with a solution to help us. I mean, that one time, the wholesaler almost took like $30,000 from that little lady. And if I didn't have you saying like, hey, you can't close with this title company out of state, that's just not how it works. We need to, we need to close it here so we can run all the paperwork to make sure everything's legit. That lady would have been out $30,000 and we would have never closed.
It wasn't just an out-of-state title. They were a national title company, but they were working with a wholesaler and it was really weird and she was being taken advantage of and she was an elderly person and it was sad. So you brought her to me. She was the nicest older, she was just a really nice old lady. And yeah, we helped her get an attorney and we got her rights. She sent us the contracts. You guys got us all connected and we got her away from those people. And then you made her way more money, a lot of money. And we got the deal closed, but she was super sweet. And her story was really sad. Not only was she getting taken advantage of, but her house burned down, a different house.
The house she was living at. This was like her parents' house.
That she was selling. And she got lucky finding you, or you finding her. It took us a little bit, but we got her there and I'm happy. I think at one point I told the people, I was like, this is elder abuse, we'll report you.
Yeah,
so.
Well, it's expertise and skill. That's why it's important on who you work with.
Yeah, we'll fight for people, especially if it was my grandma, it's what I would want.
Yeah.
Someone to take care of them and use what they can, their resources to protect them. So it was a good deal at the end, but it was sad in the beginning. So.
Have fun.
Yes. Hey guys, and for any real estate agents out there, what would you want more from your title company? Is there anything specific that you're looking for in your title company that you want to see more of? Drop a comment down below. You choose your title company, your lender can suggest one, your agent can refer one, and it matters more than most people realize.
If you're a realtor watching this, and I know a lot of you are, find yourself a title company that reviews files early, communicates proactively, and has an attorney on staff. I've found that with the team at Renaissance Title, we've closed a lot of homes this year. And the ones that went smoothest had one thing in common. Issues got identified early. And that's what you want with your clients and for your reputation.
And if you're a buyer in this process right now and you want to work with a team that actually explains what you're signing, here at Renaissance Title, free consultations, no obligations, link in the description below. Watch the next video for the full process, what actually happens between contract to closing, why deals die, and what you can do about it. Oh,
good job.
God.
That was a great one. You did good.
I made it. Oh, sorry, I just sweat a little bit.
And has an attorney on staff.